25K affiliates, Brett and Amy Kingstree again in Canada. Are you guys here? Come out.
Woo! Here we are.
Woo! Come on, y'all. Give it up for Brett and Amy. These guys hit 25K affiliates super fast, also in Canada. Hashtag no excuses. So, guys, when did you join the business?
June.
Would have been the end of June.
End of June.
So we're talking July, August, September. So 3 months to hit 25K affiliate.
Yeah.
Wow.
5, then 10, then 25.
Woo! So basically 5K their first month, 10K the next month, 25K the third month.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Talk about momentum. Talk about one of my favorite phrases on the planet, success loves speed. These guys are not slowing down. They're leveraging the momentum and the success that they are creating. So stop everything you're doing, Power Team, and listen carefully. By the way, big props and congrats, and my hat is off to your sponsor and my good friend, Jason Cardamone. Woo! Right? What's up, Jason? And of course, Jason's sponsor, Aaron Rashkin. What's up, Aaron Rashkin? Woo! We were all in Vegas celebrating. It was so great to meet Brett and Amy in Vegas at convention. And then, of course, their upline, none other than the amazing badasses themselves, Andre and Tammy Popa. Woo! So with that being said, Brett and Amy, I need to know, when Jason Cardamone reached out to you, same question, what did he say? What got you guys to stop what you were doing and take a look at this business?
It's the same thing with all of us guys. I reached out to him. You know, I've been watching his content and just seeing people getting results. And yeah, I reached out to him. I didn't really need much. You know, the way we market with attraction marketing, you sort of like, know, and trust people before you look at the offer itself. And it was just an easy decision to make. I mean, we've been in the industry as well for about 3 or 4 years.
Since the end of 2016.
Since about 2016, and not promoting, but we've been in the industry. We know a lot of people in the industry, and we've always provided value and put content on our page. So even though we haven't been promoting, we've always just been present on social media.
So I love that you just said that, because again, I have to make sure everyone watching realizes that the appearance of fast success for you guys, it's because of the 3 to 4 years that they have put in. 3 to 4 years of working, building relationships, doing other businesses is literally how they were able to come into this business and boom, have huge success. So please keep that in mind, that is definitely a part of this as well. So I forgot to also ask, tell us just super quick, you know, you got kids, you know, you're in Canada. Give us like quick, a little bit about you guys.
Yeah, so we moved to Canada 7 years ago from England. I'm a plumber. I've been a plumber for 15 years. Started a brick and mortar company, and I got laid off from a big company I was at, and that really made me feel. It just made me realize that you can get dropped at, you know, you're just a number to those companies. So ever since then, I started to look for something else, you know, another sort of stream of income. I've always been fascinated by the idea of making money online. So I, you know, found someone in my local area who was making unreal amounts of money, followed him, started promoting the offer, didn't like, loved the leaders in the industry, but there was a lot of people that were coming in and not making money. So I found it really hard to really push that offer and promote it, just because I had no passion, because I was seeing so many people and our avatar, like the people we market to, are families, you know, with kids and stuff like that. And we just didn't want to bring people into something they weren't getting results with. Some people were making tons of money. Like my best friend was making $50,000 to $90,000 a month, but there was, for every one person that was making that money, there was 100 people that were, you know, paying finance for 10 years, $200 a month, and just going, you know, just a bad business to be in for us. So, but I loved being in the industry. I loved the personal development. I loved the community. I loved everyone being positive. even when things were bad and they were losing money, everyone was being super positive.
Everyone had a smile on their face.
Yeah, so it was awesome to be part of that community. And I loved making content. So that's what I did. I made content. That was one of the big things I was going to go over, is always give value and pour value into the marketplace and other people. So one thing I saw was that there was a big opportunity to create good content for these leaders, because hardly any of them were doing really good content. So that's what I focused on. I ended up doing content for some of the top leaders, you know, making millions of dollars, helped them doing that. And then that's what I did for 3 or 4 years until I realized that I was trading time for money. Like I was helping people make millions of dollars, residual income and all that stuff, but I was still trading time for money. It was almost like I was scared to commit. It was an employee mindset still. The whole time I was doing it, I thought I was an online marketer. I was, you know, traveling and all this stuff, but I still had an employee mindset. So I was always looking for an opportunity. I saw Jason, and he's someone I always looked up to for 2 or 3 years. And then, yeah, we decided to go. We got to a point actually where it was like, it was pretty bad financially. I was making really good money, and then all of a sudden it stopped, and we'd already built our dream house. Our mortgage was crazy. Our 4 kids go to private school. And it was a quick transition to making all this money and being an online marketer to being completely screwed. And when, you know, I'd been looking at this, and it was like, it's go time. I need to make this work right now. So
wow, that's very similar to our story as well. You know, we had success in another business and it all crashed, and we had already had a lifestyle, and then we had no income. Yeah. And before My Daily Choice, we had gone months without having money to pay bills. And for everyone who knows our story, like, we were financially just, you know, crapped. And so this came at the perfect time. And I love that you just said it again. It was because of a relationship that you had with your sponsor, Jason Cardamone, that, you know, and this is also important because a lot of people might have prejudged you guys, right? Because you guys were making a lot of money. And so some people will think, oh, I know these people, Brett and Amy, or I know this person, and they're already successful. They're already making a lot of money. So they're probably not going to be interested in this business. Mm-hmm. And that is a huge mistake, because when you prejudge someone, you never know. You could have the next Brett and Amy on your team if you would just go talk to them, right? So, and in this case, correct me if I'm wrong, you said that it was Jason who was just posting about this and it caught your eye and you reached out to him?
Jason has always been, for those of you that follow him, and if you don't, you should follow him. He's always been a super genuine, just pours his heart out. I mean, I think I fell in love with him when I was... I remember years, like, he was in leadership and another thing, and I remember I was upstairs laying there. Yeah, I was laying in the bath. Really, I was in the bath and I had the laptop. I was watching a webinar, and Jason was on there, and he was like crying about getting $4 leads in a Facebook ads, and I'm just like that. I knew that I was going to work with him at some point then. So ever since then,
I fell in love with Jason too when we met in Dubai in a business years ago. So Jason has that effect on people.
But you wasn't laying in a bath, was you?
No, I was not in a bath.
Too many details, but yeah, I mean, he's just a super genuine guy, and that's something to always, like Jeff and Jody were saying, be genuine, be yourself, and always just put yourself out there. And that's what we do. We're just real. Like, we're vulnerable. We put all that out there. We share our struggles. We talk about our struggles a lot because we want people to feel like
they can relate to us. Like, we are real. We are just like everybody else.
Yeah, exactly. We just, we struggle. Like, even now, like, I still have doubts I struggle with every day. Like, it's just part of, being a human.
Yeah.
And I just have to give a shout out to you guys, because all the way from Canada, they made it to convention. Look at this. Here's a quick picture. You got Brett here, Amy here, Jason Cardamone. Gotta love it. So Man, it was awesome. You guys, and these guys are going to be at convention again next year. What's your goal? How many people from your team are coming to Vegas with you next year?
We've probably got 30 or 40 already. I think we'll probably shoot for 200 and go as hard as we can. Yeah.
Gotta love it.
I've been to a lot of events. I've been to a lot of events in the past 4 years, you know, being a content guy, and a lot of really cool experience. Like basically I was the top affiliate. I was a top affiliates video guy. So I would get flown around and we would have sports supercars and Ferrari, like mansions and all this stuff, and nothing compared to the experience of that weekend. Everyone's real, and there's just so many people. So like the age group was like 18 to 60, you know, and beyond, like just having success. And it didn't feel like there was just a little clique and everyone was getting screwed. It was like everyone was part of the success, and it was amazing.
I love seeing the demographic of everybody getting success. And it wasn't just like a certain type of people that looked a certain way within a certain age group. It was everybody. Everybody that was doing the work was getting success. So I love that.
I was saying to Jason before, like, I'm not into promoting these things. Like, I didn't want to say, and he kept telling me, you're going to think completely different. Like, forget whatever you've experienced before. Like, just get as many people as you can there, or you'll regret it. And I do really regret. And I remember you saying loads like, you'll regret not getting people there, and I do regret it. So I'm not going to make that mistake this time. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I got to just show a couple quick pictures here. Here's you guys in Vegas. Great shot. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, there's your 25K graphic. Gotta love it. Another quick pic here with the team in Vegas at convention. This was really cool. They had the bathtub set up there for everybody to take some cool pictures.
And this is huge for us because we've literally, in like 4 years, we've never put a product on our page or anything. So
gotta love it. Gotta love it. And I gotta love that shirt. Amy, what shirt is that?
It's only a Power Team one.
What? Boom. Anybody wants a Power Team t-shirt? I just put the link in the chat. Representing. That's what I'm talking about. Whoop, whoop. I see Christopher's got his shirt. Awesome. So, all right, listen, guys. You guys are just rock stars. You guys have put in the work. You guys planted your flag. It really speaks volumes because the first time ever that you have put a product on your Facebook page is with this company. So that definitely speaks volumes. What advice do you have for the hundreds of people watching this training, live and recording, who are getting started? They want to hit 5K, 10K, get to 25K. What tips, what advice, what strategies do you have that you can share with everybody?
So put the work in first and foremost. Like, I know online marketers are like notorious for 4-hour work week and all that stuff. Commit to, like, when people ask me how much time am I going to have to put in, I don't say like an hour a day or 2 hours a day. I say commit a certain amount of time. So what I did when I started was, like, for the next 90 days till convention, because I started 90 days before convention, I'm going to put every available hour I have. And I have 2 other companies. Amy she just quit one of her jobs, which is another win, but she had 2 jobs.
And we have 4 kids. So we have 4 kids. I had 2 jobs. He has a business and this job and another job. So we had a lot of stuff going on. So put every hour, every possible minute into the business for a certain amount of time to hit a certain goal. Like set a goal. I think that's huge. And you know, everyone says figure out your why. Your why has to be big enough. My why was easy because I was going to let my whole family down if I didn't make this work. So I had a huge why. If you haven't got, figure it out. Figure out what your why is. Make a vision board. Sets, like, you want to go traveling or whatever. Get really super laser focused on why you're even doing this. Because if you're not focused on why you're doing it, then you're not going to make decisions in alignment with getting to that goal. You'd rather watch Netflix or something. But for me, it was like, if I don't sit here every minute and put everything I can into this, if I don't make this work, it's going to be like my fault that everything was screwed. So I had a big why. That's a big thing for me. There's a lot of sacrifices.
Well, even
short
now,
term for a long-term goal. Like the end goal is worth the short-term sacrifices.
If you have kids, like I just sat my kids are young, they're 8, 10, 11, but they understand like 8, 10, 11 and 4.
And 4, yeah.
I sat them down and I just said, look, I'm going to be working really hard. So after this, we can, there's going to be no stress and we can do whatever we want. So I had that conversation with them. And yeah, just got to it. One, like the 3 things my mentor always told me, and the guy I followed around for years, and I was amazed because when I got into the industry, I thought if you got into the little click at the top, you'd find out the secret sauce, like most people do. So I busted my ass. I'd done tons of content for nothing, like literally hours and hours and hours of content to get into that little click. And then when I got there, it was like, well, they're just freaking doing what they tell everyone. They're reading, they're working on their mindset. There
actually was no secret.
No, they're putting the time in. They're learning how to message people. Like with this business as well, with the last business I was in, it was like over 10 grand to just get started before you even knew if it was real or not. You paid 10 grand, you got into it. It was just, there was a lot of stuff to learn.
Hold on, did you say $10,000 to join the business?
Yeah, between 10 and like $16,000. Yeah.
Oh,
so just to get in.
And did anybody just like crap their pants? Like
that wasn't it. That wasn't it, because after that you'd be paying $130 for the marketing system that we get for one time $20. You'd be paying $130 a month, and then on top of that, you have to get your offer out, so you have to run ads. So you'd be spending anywhere from $300 to $1,000 a month on ads as well. So it was a business where there was a lot of stuff you had to learn. This business is like super, super easy. All you have to do is be consistent, learn how to talk to people on Messenger. That's the one tricky skill you have to learn. Learn a bit of copywriting, how to put your story across in a way that people are going to read it. There's tons of books on how to do copywriting. And copywriting is just the description of your post, basically. But my mentor told me 3 things. He said, surround yourself with the right people. So we all have an opportunity to hang around with, people on a higher level than us, whether it's in Zooms like this. Always shoot to hang around with people on a higher level than you, because they'll basically pull you up if you keep trying to hang around with them. Like eventually you're going to get to their level. And then be consistent. Like on the times where you feel like nothing's working and like you're having doubts, always be consistent, because it's the people, like I still have people from 2 or 3 years ago messaging me. They've been following me for all this time, and it's just because I'm still here and still plugging in and still pushing forward that they're joining me. So people want to see you being consistent as well. Some leads will check you out and then they might stick around for 2 months and see if you're talking a load of shit or whether you're actually doing what you're saying you're doing. And always pour value into the marketplace. You'll see, if you look at my success leaves clues as well, like go and check my personal profile out. My personal profile is how I brought everyone into this business. I haven't gone out and messaged people, and I do tell people on the team to go out and message people, but just how I do stuff. I haven't got hours and hours and hours to do this. I do really good quality content, and I speak to people that reach out to me. But I'm always putting value into the marketplace, and I'm not always pitching the business. So, I try and do like a third value, like just giving value, just trying to talk about a struggle we overcome or a way to get over something. A third would be value with a nudge to the business. And then a third would be like hard, you need to join me, these are results or whatever. And just be consistent.
Wow. I think a lot of people are still wrapping their head around the fact that it was $10,000 in your last business. And I actually have a funny story to tell, because there was somebody that joined the Power team like 6 months ago, and his business was $2,500. And when he joined with this business, he was telling all of his prospects that to join, it was $2,500. And everybody was ready to join My Daily Choice for $2,500, because that's what they were used to spending to get started in the business. And then when he told them it was only 600, everyone was like freaking out. Oh my God, that's so cheap, and only 600. So I'm sharing that because I need everyone watching to really pay attention to this. How many of you, be honest, have ever had the thought in your mind of when you're prospecting, you say, well, you know, you could get started for, you know, $100. Anybody ever done that? And I know it's kind of expensive, but we also have, you know, the $600 option, which I know it's a lot of money, and you don't have to do that one, right? Anybody know what I'm saying? It's all about posturing the business. It's all about making sure that you don't, Jason Cardamone just said it. He said, only option one, executive only. And I'm with you on that because, I mean, guys, $10,000, $5,000, $2,500, people will spend this crazy amount of money on a business and then still have to pay these monthly fees to have a system. My Daily Choice is only $600. So you want to go into the conversation with it's only $600. That's it, only $600. And the whole marketing system and all of your websites, it's all free. And of course, for those of you that are in Canada, you guys know you have even a sweeter deal, because those who are outside of the United States, you can join with a smaller package for cheaper and they promote you to executive. But it's like, you know, wow, me and my husband have spent $100,000 to build, brand, market our DJ business. Like, look at that, guys. A traditional business, $100,000. And what's crazy is this business, My Daily Choice, for $600, we have the potential to make way more than anyone who spends $100,000 on a traditional business. Like, truth, 100%. So Jessica, this is the best value, best product, best digital follow-up I've ever seen. Wow, you guys see that? Jessica Boat, who you just heard from, says, I'm going to say it again. This is the best value, best product, best digital follow-up I've ever seen. My nightclub needs $40,000 a month to even keep the lights on, and it was $200,000 to open the business. I mean, is anybody having a light bulb here on just how cheap this business truly is? Don't buy people's excuses of, well, I don't have the money. Yeah, they have the money. They just don't see the value yet, right? If, you know, it's just mind-boggling. Like for me, the amount of money that My Daily Choice is paying me every month without having to advertise, without having to put up, you know, tons of money, it's just crazy. So Brett and Amy, you guys are amazing. Amazing value. Thank you guys so much. I know you guys are, I mean, all of you are still so new to the business, you know, still just a few months in, absolutely crushing it. Aaron Rashkin, what's up, brother? This is a leadership factory. Yes, yes, yes. And, you know, I'm just beyond grateful to have the opportunity to put this together. For me, this training right here is what gives me goosebumps. This training right here is what I love the most, is being able to feature, being able to spotlight everyone on the power team who's up and coming. And by the way, this is the exception. Most people are not hitting 5K, 10K, 25K this fast. Trust me. So I don't want anyone out there watching this to ever have any thoughts of, oh, they did it so fast, I'm not going to be able to do it. Just squash those thoughts, okay? Because I know I've been there. I've done that too. You have to realize that you can do this. Most people hitting 5K, 10K, 25K, it's going to take longer, and that's okay. So what I'm excited to be able to do is feature you. That's right. You, all of you, every one of you that are watching this on the power team. When you hit 5K, we want to bring you out here. We want to interview you and blast you all over Facebook, all over YouTube, give you exposure, and get you added to our rotator so I can be giving you leads and signups as well. So, but before we close out, Brett, Amy, I mean, give us anything else you got. Give us any tips, any advice, any strategies, any conversation, anything else in closing for the power team who's here watching.
Just listen to your uplines. I just want to say thank you to Aaron Parker and Kathy Parker and Aaron Raskin and Jason Cardamone and everyone on my team as well, Jessica, Jeff and Jody. Like, I learn tons from everyone. Like, don't, just because someone's below you, don't think that you can't learn from. You can learn from everyone. The thing I really love about this team as well is I get messages all the time from people like Crossline that aren't in my team. It doesn't benefit me at all to speak, to help people, but I help everyone. And the same for me. Like, if I message someone and ask how they're, like, what they're doing and all this stuff, like, it's like we're one big family. It doesn't matter about the money. And just always, if you're stuck, there's always someone to help. Like, there's always someone to help you. And yeah, I just really appreciate everyone for listening to me. And I still can't believe I'm here. Like, I'm just showing up and doing the work. And for the last 3 months, I've literally sat at my dining room table in front of the laptop. So don't think that we got here easily, and don't believe all the online marketers telling you it's an hour a day. If you want to get to 25K in 3 months, like, even if I wasn't 25K, I'd still, even if I was a 5K now, I'd still be putting the time, effort, and energy in, because I know the potential here is absolutely huge.
Even though that you've got to 25K, you still haven't stopped putting all the hours in.
For me, it's, I mean, I needed the money right away. Like, I needed that $2,000 or whatever it was in the first month, but I knew the potential for this was insane. Like, this is going to set my family up, and, you know, my kids and everything up. It's nuts what we have here. Like, if this is the first thing you've been in, you don't even understand how special this is. So just keep up, guys. Like, don't get disheartened that you're not 25K in 3 months, or not 10K in your first month, 5K in your first month. Everyone has the potential. It's just the time. Like, I've been in this for 3 or 4 years. It's given me some time to figure out how to message people, how to create content. Just keep pushing. And one thing one of my mentors said to me when I first got started was, you know, people go to university for like 4 years, they get out and they end up doing a job they didn't even go to university for, earning absolutely nothing. Even if it took you 4 years to get to a space where you're making a position where you're making $10,000 a month residually, wouldn't it be worth it? If you was putting everything you could into it for 4 years to get to a spot where you were getting paid $10,000 a month, wouldn't it be worth it? And of course it would. So just keep pushing. Like, it's not going to take that long. You can do it in a few months if you really hammer down, but keep pushing.
Boom! All right, Amy, any final words?
Go Power Team!
Woo! Awesome!
Woo!
All right, so really quick, I just have to do this really quick because I just, out of respect, I need everyone to please help me out here. I mean, first of all, massive congrats to Jeff, Jody, Jessica, Brett, and Amy. These guys are on fire, all of them. I loved how it was all stacked. Sponsor, sponsor, sponsor. Really, really cool we were able to do that. But out of respect for these leaders, this is kind of one of our power team things that we have that some people don't like, but we kind of have to do this. We can't have thousands of people messaging these leaders, asking them questions, unless they're part of your upline, okay? So please don't do that. Now, what you can do, because these guys are so nice, they'll just let you, you know, ask them lots of questions. Like, you guys are going to start messaging them, hey, how do I do this? And help. Like, out of respect for these leaders, you guys can't do that. Because imagine if there's 1,000 power team members messaging these leaders, then they won't be able to build their own business. So here's what you can do. You can go into the power team group, and here's how you can ask these people for some help. All right. You can go into the power team group, go to files. And when you click on files, you can go to frequently asked questions and just post a question in this document and just tag them. Just tag them, ask them. And that way the answer can help the whole team. That's the way to do it. Or if you're watching this recording in the power team group, then just in the comments of this video, you can tag them and ask them as well. And Carlos, yes, thank you for that. This is a great point. There is a 500K affiliate. And I'll just say this, you know, obviously look at the income disclosure statement, but the average 500K affiliate is making $50,000 a month. Have anyone's attention? Sonia, it took her 2 years. Listen to this really carefully. I want everyone to just let this sink in. It took her 2 years not to hit 500K, to hit 5K. 2 years to hit 5K affiliate. And so I need you to let this sink in, because how many people, not you, none of you guys, but how many people, if you were not 5K affiliate, would quit after 6 months, a year, 2 years? A lot of people do. But this lady, Sonia, took her 2 years to hit just 5K. And now she's 500K, making 50 grand a month or more. So just let it sink in. Never give up. That's right. Let me see it. Drop a comment. Never give up. And as it says on the back of our Power Team t-shirts, our Power Team motto right here, I have decided. Making a decision means that you're going to take this information that you just received from this training and you're going to go apply it. You heard probably the biggest piece of advice from Brett is you've got to put in the work every single day, and making a decision and being connected with your why. Why are you here? Why did you join this business? What is that income going to do for you and your family? The time freedom, the financial freedom. Never give up. Make a decision that you're going to be here next year in Vegas at Manifest 2020. Everyone right now can log into their back office. Guys, a really quick roll call. Who's going to be in Vegas with us next year? Drop a quick comment. Who's going to be in Vegas? If you've already got your ticket, let us know. If you haven't, go get it now, because tickets are half price. And I mean, oh my gosh, you guys are blowing it up. I love it. So last thing is this. I'm going to open up the lines. We're going to say goodnight. I know we went a little long, but I appreciate your time. Thank you, guys. We'll get the recording posted in the groups and probably put this on YouTube as well, so you can share it out. Get this recording out to everybody that you know, and make sure to take action. If you do, you'll be glad you did. We're excited to see you in Vegas at convention. And I'm going to take a quick picture just to celebrate with these amazing people. Who is, wait, hold on. Let me just record a little video here. Here we go. Who's fired up?
Go.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
All right, Power Team, thank you so much for being here. Remember, every Sunday night, this is where we meet. Same time, same place. I'll see you guys in the Power Team group. Everybody have a great night.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Good night. Fantastic.